What is up, everybody? My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new review for the Montreal Canadiens preseason, circa 24-25. Montreal played tonight. It was a pretty fun game from when I was watching, but a pretty fun game for the Canadiens. We played the Devils, our second preseason game in as many nights. We are, of course, going to talk about that. For anybody who is new here, we're going to be going over the lines for both teams, the game summary, analysis, recap, whatever you want to call it. We'll be doing the final stats, which I just realized I did not put beforehand. And then we're going to be getting on out of here. We got some comments, though, to get to. First, Raymond. Hell yeah. Happy to see you here again, my good sir. Sporty. Pezzetta, 2-goal game. That's how you know it's preseason? Exactly. Basically, that's how you do know that is indeed preseason. Good to see you here, Sporty. So yeah, if any of you guys are coming in here, and I just see we jumped from 0 viewers to 5, so thank you guys for coming by. I much greatly appreciate it. The Montreal Canadiens. Yo, what's up? Lane Hudson looks filthy, set up great chances and looks. Avi, yes, absolutely. Lane Hudson looking like a absolute beauty out there last night. Tonight, unfortunately, Hudson was not playing. However, still some pretty quality players in the lineup, if you ask me. We're going to get to that in just a second. Those assists will be coming in hot. Oh, yes, they will, Avi. Hudson's assists, they're going to be looking pretty good, if you ask me. They are going to be quite solid, for sure. So, yeah. Sorry, boys. Real quick, I am just trying to get the stats ready. We had family over today. I'll say that right off the bat. I had family over, so I wasn't able to 100% watch the game tonight. However, I was watching a good part of it. I was watching a good part of it. There, of course, I took my notes, so we will be getting into that in a second. However, I'm just gonna wait a minute for to allow people to come into the stream and just say hi. Matt Norton, let's go. Back-to-back shoutouts, baby. Absolutely, man. Hudson's taking us to the promised land, my guy right there. Absolutely, Matt. 1,000%. Dude, Matt is like, oh my god. Dude. Sporty, yeah, look at the stream setup, guys. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's clean, Sporty. I hope the rest of you guys like it as well. Unfortunately, not as many news stories as I would have hoped at the bottom here, but you know what? Hey, it's fine. I still think it looks good. Yes, Matt Norton. Hey, don't worry about Matt. Don't worry about missing the recap the other day. Don't worry about it. But yeah, Cappy was very impressive last night. I don't know if you watched the stream back, but I said that too. Kapanen was great. Kapanen was great last night. I thought he played a really good game, and I really enjoyed Kapanen. I think he has a shot at making the fourth line this year. Seems like the Habs might need to trade Christian Dvorak sooner rather than later to get a trade done. Yeah. Yes, Sporty. Yes, I should start making stuff up. And actually what I am going to do is, funny enough, I was actually going to put up a little picture on the side here, but I didn't end up doing that. So, yeah. But yeah, for September 29th, at 5 p.m. EST. Watch it here. There we go. All right. But yeah, a little promo for something on the 29th. Yeah, we do have something on the 29th. If you guys pay attention to the bottom of this, you'll see it. Jack, yeah, looks like the Habs might be going 82-0. I mean, 6-0 in preseason, and yeah, it looks like it. It looks like the Canadiens have that genuine shot at going 6-0 in preseason. I don't think it'll happen, unfortunately. I think we do lose one to Ottawa somehow. But, I'm going to move my mic back over. I'm assuming you guys can still hear. Yes, you can. All right, perfect. But, yeah. Habs roster is good enough now with Line to get fourth in the division behind the Panthers, Bruins, and Leafs. We see, though, how the Bolts and Wings look for sure. I don't know, Avi. I actually think it's going to be the Sens and the Wings. I think the Wings are not going to have a good rebound after the way they ended last season with just barely missing the playoffs. I think the Wings end up out of the playoffs. Personally, for me, I think they do. I think the Sabres look like a potential playoff team. I think it ends up being the Panthers, Leafs. I'm going to say Sabres in third right now. I think the Habs are in a wild card. I think the Bolts are going to be right in there, whether they make it or not. Depends on how strong the Metro ends up being. But, I do think that the Bolts end up slightly missing mostly due to not having veteran leadership like Stamkos. No way the Bruins are missing the playoffs. I don't know, Avi. You guys don't have Olmark signed yet, or Swayman signed yet. You guys don't have Swayman signed, and I don't think you want to be running with Jonas Korpisalo as your starting goalie. Thank you, Sporty. I'm glad you think the Sabres are a playoff team, because Lindy Ruff is going to do great. Matt, I was happy with Doc and Laine as well after not playing in so damn long. Didn't look like either of them missed a step. I thought tonight Reinbacher was solid. Yeah, Beck played well too, definitely. I think Beck was deserving of the third star. He played very well on both ends. Reinbacher was very responsible in the D zone, definitely. I think that he had a couple chances too. Sorry, I just had to sneeze. Yeah, I think Reinbacher was very solid in the defensive zone. He looked very responsible, looked very capable. Offensively, he even got a couple chances as well. And yeah, last night as well, I was very, very happy that that Doc and Laine looked so good. I mean, they weren't necessarily, I don't think, trying 100% because it's preseason. It's really just get the wheels back in shape and make sure you don't get hurt. But yeah, no, I think if this were, say, the first game of regular season, they would have been pushing. They would have been solid. And I think Laine would have gotten a goal because last night he had a couple really good opportunities there. Bruins be a first round exit, definitely, but they're always good in the regular season. Pasta McAvoy, Pavel Zacha, Lindholm, Marchand O'Carey. The Bees' defense is loaded. I don't know if I can say they're loaded. They have a good defense. I don't know if I can say it's loaded, though. I got to debut a new Sabres persona this season now that Lindy's in town. Well, back in town. Sporty. But yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I lean the Habs over the Sabres and Red Wings. We see the NHL going to be lit. Oh, yeah, Avi. It's going to be fun. Especially with the Habs this year looking like a legitimate team. It's going to be fun to watch. Like, I want to see what all these guys do. I can't wait for preseason to be done with. Because that means games that mean something get played. I mean, for like guys like Oliver Kapanen and whatever, preseason matters a lot because you're trying to get in the NHL. But games for the overall team, I can't wait for those to actually start in about 2 weeks' time. So, yeah. Speaking of games that don't matter. Yeah, exactly. Let's get to October 8th, man. Yeah, October 8th. Yeah, I think that's the Habs and Bruins, I think. Because, yeah, the 7th we play the Leafs at home. And then on the 8th we're in Boston. So, yeah. Offensively, Sabres and Habs are even. Yeah, I could see that. I think top 6-wise, yeah, I think you can say they're even. Bottom 6, just because of Gallagher and Anderson, I think the Habs have a slightly better bottom 6 offensively. I don't think... defense, definitely, the Sabres have an edge there just because they have like 18 NHL caliber defensemen. For the future, it definitely leans towards the Canadiens. But right now, defense, I would give to the Sabres. Goaltending, even though they have Luukkonen and Levi, I think it depends on how Levi does. I think it depends on how Devin Levi adapts to being in the NHL again, and if he cannot just shit the bed like he did last year, if he can play well, then I'd give the edge to the Sabres. But right now, I would give it to Montreal, especially with how the Habs played after Allen got traded. You already love the Mellenstein, Lafferty, and Knack line. Who's Knack, Sporty? Nick Aubé-Kubel. I figured it out. But yeah, Nick Aubé-Kubel, you know what? That does seem like a very reasonable fourth line. So, yeah. Whew, all right. I did a little bit of talking. I'll keep talking with you guys as you post the comments. But right now, I'm going to start with the lines and the recap and all that stuff. So, yeah. And also, I got to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So this is going to be very fun seeing how long this goes. We can all agree, as collective fans of opposing teams, at least we aren't the Islanders. Exactly, Sporty. At least we aren't the Islanders. Because as you can see here, something very important. Yeah, legitimately, guys, if you guys could I actually have it as a live stream already planned. If you guys could go over to the MCW opening night live stream, just hit the remind me thing. I'd be appreciated. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. But as you can see on the bottom, with the scores from tonight that are coming in, Islanders didn't do too good tonight. Is Doc on his way back? Also, the Russian who drafted, is he playing? No, Demidov is not playing. He's in the KHL. Well, he is playing. He's just not playing for the Canadiens. He's playing in Russia in the K right now. He's looking pretty damn good. But yeah, no, startup definitely. How the Habs lines look the first 10 games of the year. I think you look at the Suzuki line with Caulfield and Doc and Suzuki. Suzuki and Caulfield with Slavkovsky. That's your first line. I think the first line they ran last night of Doc and Laine with Newhook, I think that's your second line. I think the line they ran tonight of Gallagher, was it tonight or I think it was last night? Yeah, the line they ran tonight of Gallagher, Evans, and Armia, that's probably the fourth line, I would imagine. And then the third line they ran last night of Waugh, Dvorak, Anderson, the second line they ran last night, I think that's probably the third line this year. I could definitely see that being the case. But, yeah, and then you look at guys like Farrell, Beck, Mazar, who were playing tonight, for example, Kapanen and Heineman last night. Those are guys that are going to be willing to push a Dvorak or an Anderson or a Gallagher out of a spot, which right now, yeah, they kind of might be, honestly. But, yeah, and then blue line, offensively, those are kind of mix-matched. Like, for example, right now they have Struble and Mailloux tonight. They had Matheson and Reinbacher when we know it's probably Matheson and Gooley. Well, once Gooley gets back again, he'll be evaluated because of his spleen getting removed. Or spleen? I forget what it was he got removed. Hudson and Savard, that's going to be a pair, and they were together last night. So, yeah, you got to find the right spot for Newhook and Laine, definitely. Like, you get two big, fast, well, not big, but you get two fast boys like that. You get a guy like Doc who's big like Laine, guy who can shoot with a guy like Newhook who can pass, and a guy like Doc who can do both. That's pretty good. Sporty, no, surprisingly, Jacob Pro is not playing. I think he's on the third unit. The guys who are basically like, you're going down to Laval, they might get a game or two. Probably just one game. I would think one of the Toronto games is what they get. But no, Jacob Pro, or at least so far, he hasn't played a preseason game, but I'd imagine he's on that that third squad, who maybe gets a game, but mostly just training camp fodder, mostly. But yeah, now that you bring that up, Sporty, that is kind of interesting. They didn't play Jacob Perreault, especially like that first game when they had Davidson and, well, not necessarily Tuck, but like Kandada, for example. Probably could have put in Perreault. I mean, Davidson ended up having a really good game, but you just look at the depth chart-wise, like, oh, former first-round pick Perreault, probably would have wanted him playing instead, but I'm glad we played Davidson because he had a pretty good game last night. Speaking of the lines, for tonight, at least, they were Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Gallagher, Evans, Armia, Farrell, Beck, Mazar, and Pezzetta, Jack-Eye, Simonio, that Jack-Eye being Florian, don't get it confused with Arbor. On the blue line, it was Matheson, Reinbacher, Struble, Mailloux, and Trudeau with Hayes. That is not Jimmy or Kevin, that is, I believe it's Zach Hayes, I believe. Yeah, Zach Hayes, I had to look at my notes because he comes up early on. Sam Montembeault gets the start in net for the Habs, and Connor Hughes. Someone could correct me if it's Cameron. I can just look at my own notes. They pop up at the bottom here. Then I'd be able to tell, is it Cameron or Connor? I should make this speed a little faster. Sons, let's go. How's it going, man? Thank you for coming by, my good sir. Happy to see you here, my good sir. I hope you're doing good. Cameron. All right, thank you, Sporty. Cameron Hughes. I don't know why I put Connor in my notes, but Cameron Hughes would back him up as he would likely get the second half of the game, and he would. Yeah, that's how most teams are playing preseason early on, is splitting starts. The opening lineups for the Devils, and oh boy, it's not good. Not because the Devils are tanking, but just they have most of their good guys on the first Devils unit. Cotter, Lazar, Bastian, Hardman, Dowling, and LeBanc, Foote, Bowers, Willman, and McDermott, Perrant, and Halonen. On the blue line was Siegenthaler, Kovacevic, Hataka, Nemec, and Villain Case. Jake Allen would get the start in net against his former team, and Nico Dawes would back him up, and he would also get the second half of the game like Cameron Hughes would. Landshark, Habs suck. Well, I mean, last time I checked, the Habs have allowed 0 goals through the first 2 games of preseason. I don't know which team you're a fan of, but yeah. They've allowed less goals than whoever your favorite team is, assuming that they've also played 2 games like the Habs have. So yeah, we got the lines before the game. All right, we're back. 2 games in 2 nights is what I put. The game was also not on TV. It was only shown on RDS and ESPN Plus, unfortunately. However, today, because my mom had the laptop, she was working late, we didn't have a way to watch the game technically, but thanks to my uncle, props to him. I don't know if he's watching, but if you are, shout out. He brought over a wire that we needed for our computer, or a little one of my dad's little box computer, and And yeah, he brought that over. Turns out we had bought the wrong one because we originally gave it to him. We asked if we could borrow it. It was the wrong one, so couldn't watch it on the computer. I ended up loading it up on my TV's web browser, and we were thankfully good to go. We were all safe in terms of watching the game. We did not miss a single second of action in the game. I'm gonna watch Habs so much this season because like 85% of the games are on ESPN. Hey, let's go, Avi. Yeah, it sounds like it's the best for NHL games for sure. It sounds like it's really, really good to watch them on ESPN Plus. Sporty, unfortunately, no Jacob Fowler sighting this preseason because I don't believe that he's signed. I don't think he is because I'm pretty sure he would have gotten the start. He would have gotten the start. Yeah, no, he has not signed yet. I was thinking maybe he did, but no, he hasn't. But yeah, no, he's in college, which is unfortunately why, like Avi said, he's at BC. Probably signs, I would think, after the college season ends. Yeah, I would think, he probably signs right afterwards, depending on if the Habs are in the playoffs or out of it by, I would think, early April when he signs. Might get a game or two. I would assume so. I don't think he can play with Laval because I know there's a deadline for when you can sign to be with the Rocket. I know it's why there was one player last year, I forget who it was. I think it was Luke Tuck, technically. Couldn't play with Laval in the playoffs, or was something like that. Or no, Lane Hudson. It was Lane Hudson. He couldn't go down to play with Laval after the Habs season ended because he signed after the deadline, after the trade deadline. So he could only play with the Canadiens. That's probably what they'll do with Jacob Fowler is after this season, the college season, sign him. He gets 1 or 2 NHL games depending on how late in the season it is. And again, probably depends if we're really in it, we've clinched, or if we're really out of it. I think if we're in the mix for it, we might not sign him right away just because, yeah, you don't want to muddy the waters all that much quite yet. But, yeah. And, yeah, ESPN Plus, I've heard it's very, very worthy. I don't use ESPN Plus because I have another way of watching the games usually that aren't Montreal. But, yeah, ESPN Plus seems like it's worth it for sure. Bruins are going to own you this season. Landshark, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if the Bruins could get good goaltending, maybe they might. I mean, we'll see. He can come back for y'all. Avi, unfortunately, I don't know if he could play in the playoffs. Or no, he could, because he signed after Cale Makar did that. Yeah, no. But he could. He did. I mean, I don't know if Jacob Fowler would get playoff games right away. I don't think he would. But, I mean, hey, if he did, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see Jacob Fowler get playoff games for the Habs this year, but no guarantees. No guarantees. But yeah, I do agree with that as well, Avi. Jacob Fowler could go pro after the season. He looks that good. Yeah, like you said, no shot he stays for junior season. He plays this year more so because we look like we have 2 pretty good goalies in the AHL with Dobesh and Hughes. So he goes to college, dominates over there for another year, and then after the season ends, boom, you sign with the Habs, get a couple games, and then next year, I'd imagine it's him and Dobesh and Laval, and then the year after, Fowler's probably in the NHL, I would imagine, at least as a backup, probably. Oliver, good evening. I'm doing pretty good, man. I hope you're doing good too, my guy. Sporty says a fight just broke out in the Kraken Canucks game. The Canucks got with the weakest punches. That was brutal. Oh my god. That sucks. Exactly, Avi. Yeah, I was thinking of that. Yeah, Cale Makar, and I think Quinn Hughes did that too. They both signed with their teams after the college season, and they were able to play for the playoffs. Which is weird that he couldn't have... Lane Hudson couldn't have gotten sent down to Laval then, but he could have played in the NHL playoffs if the Habs have made it. That was kind of weird, but you know what? Hey, AHL's weird. Harry's using illegal stream. I'm not confirming or denying anything, but yes, I am. People in Canada, yeah, don't need ESPN Plus. Exactly. It's more for Americans. But yeah, if you're American, use ESPN Plus. If you're Canadian, don't use Sportsnet Plus. It's garbage. It's not good. But yeah. So the Habs open the shots up 2-0. There's not much in the first few minutes, but then the Habs go to the PK. Sporty, yeah, if Jacob Fowler's starting playoff games for the Habs, either something is definitely wrong, or there's probably a good amount of injuries to the Habs goaltending to get Jacob Fowler playoff games. I love Fowler, but he would not be ready for playoffs, I don't think, unfortunately. Wolverine, hey Harry, I don't watch preseason because I'm not able to. That sucks. How did Laine look last game? he looked good. He looked like Matt said it earlier, and I'll repeat what he said. Basically, he looked good. He looked like he looked like he was just Patrick Laine, really. You know, he looked like he was skating very well. He got decent amount of shots. He looked good. He looks like he's ready to take over the Canadiens in a good way. And I mean, he wasn't working 100%, mostly because, again, it's preseason. He knows he's guaranteed a spot on the roster. It's more so just, hey, make sure the legs are working. You know, try not to get injured, like it is from all of the Habs regulars that are going to make the opening night lineup. But yeah, he did look good, though. He did look good, all things considered. And yeah, exactly, Avi. Once you're signed, if you're out of college, you can play in regular season or playoffs. Zach, I apologize for that. I did not mean to drop my coins. That might have been loud for you guys, and I apologize for that. Raymond, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back shutout wins in the preseason before either. It's probably happened before. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think I've ever seen it. And I just want to point out, in 2 games, the Canadiens have allowed less goals. I was going to say less games. We've allowed less goals than the Oilers with McDavid, Draisaitl, I'm pretty sure the Nuge, Bouchard, and I'm pretty sure Stuart Skinner was in net last night in the game that they were in. The Montreal Canadiens are better than a team that made the Stanley Cup Finals last year. I love it. And Oliver, that sucks. They decided to terminate me after I put in my resignation out of pure pettiness. But the new job I have already treats me better, so joke's on them. So, you're doing good, actually. Hell yeah. You know, Oliver, I'm glad you got fired then, because you got a better job. That's good. Let's go, man. Hell yeah, that's good to hear, man. I'm happy for you, my good sir. Clip it, chat. Son says, if Fowler starts a playoff game this season, I'll show up to work naked. Clip that, chat. Clip it. Sporty, I'm really liking Alex Tuch. Yeah, like he had a really solid wrister for the first goal of the game yesterday. I really liked his play. He looked good. Probably does play in Laval this year. A, there's not really any room for him, unfortunately. And B, you probably just want to get his game up to that extra level before he makes the NHL. But yeah, from the one game I've seen him so far, looks good. I'm happy with Alex Tuch so far. You're able to watch Wednesday's game since it's Toronto. Hey, yeah, true. Let's go, Wolverine. Yeah, well, I would think Thursday and Saturday. I would think Thursday and Saturday. Did I say Alex? I meant Luke's game. Yeah, sorry. I'm I'm looking really good. I'm really liking Luke Tuch's game. Sorry. We did not get Alex Tuch, unfortunately. We did not trade a second-round pick for Alex Tuch. Unfortunately. Not yet, at least. But yeah, Thursday and Saturdays, I would imagine Wolverine. Who are you rooting for in the Cup final? Oh, Wolverine. Panthers easily, dude. Easily. Florida. The Oilers, they just seem like that upper-class team where it's like, oh, we got to win the Stanley Cup finals. And Florida's very much for the blue-collar people. So I was rooting for Florida easily. Duck you. Fuck you, Sporty. What did you say fuck me for? God damn, I need that clip of 50 Cent. I wish I had like a stream deck. Like an Elgato stream deck like Keemstar has for Lolcow Live. I just push a button and it's just 50 Cent. What'd you say fuck me for? I wish I could put that on I wish I could have that. But I don't know. They're like $500, I think. So for basically a soundboard, it's not worth it. But yeah. Second round pick my ass. I said second round pick my ass. I stand up for the flag. Rangers are the most rated team in the NHL. I'd argue that's the Oilers, but I can definitely see your case for the Rangers. Oilers are winning it all this season if they bring back if they bring it. But Broberg and Holloway, definitely tough losses to the Blues. And it's weird because they wanted Holloway to be good. They wanted Holloway to perform well. He did in the playoffs. So they said, you know what? We're not going to match you. Like, Broberg, I completely get. You got a second-round pick for a guy who's going to be a career bottom pair D-man. But Holloway's a future second liner. And you gave that up for a third. Really? Like, I don't get that. But yeah, Wolverine, the Cup final was beautiful. It was great. Seeing the 3-0 lead, and then the comeback by the Oilers, the attempted comeback, I should say, and then Panthers just stomping them into nothing in Game 7. Love to see it. Jeff Skinner's going to score 40 goals next to McDavid. I mean, if he does play with McDavid, either way, if he's on like one of the top two lines, assuming they're not together, McDavid or Draisaitl next to him, Skinner's probably putting up 40, more than likely. Yeah, Sporty, the Chell 25 soundtrack is interesting. It does sound like it. Suns, Rangers fans acting like they won the cup tonight. Don't want to talk about the scoreline, but Rangers fans, Rags fans are cancer. For the most part, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Avi, yeah, exactly, dude. The 2024 Cup Finals were amazing. NHL is just getting better, dude. Absolutely. As it leans more into that, for me, I feel like it's finding that very necessary, even balance between skill and grit and fighting. It's finding that perfect, like, balance. It's about to get there. Where that perfect balance of, all right, you have to be very skilled in the NHL, but if you're a gritty guy who has skill, you're very valuable. You know, guys like Arbor Jacki and to an extent Nick Delorier. I would say Matt Rempe, but he still needs to learn skills. But, you know, it's about having those types of guys who can fight, can throw the body, but also do have some skill to them. I'm very glad that the NHL is finding that even ground, you know. And I think over the next decade, you're going to see a lot of really good enforcers coming back. Maybe not necessarily enforcers. I was going to say goons then. I was going to say goon. Goons. But goons are guys play 4 minutes, you go out, you fight, and that's it. Enforcers at least could play like 7 minutes. But, you know, like, guys who can take a regular shift, but also guys who, if you need to send them out to fight, they can do that. I think you're going to see a small return to that, you know, where if it's like, say, Curtis McDermott tonight, punch the hell out of William Trudeau, and we'll get to that in the recap in a bit. But a guy like that who, you know, McDermott, that happens. If Arbor's in the lineup, he's taking him out. Next game, probably, that they play, if Arbor's really mad about that, ask Coach Marty, can I go out and handle it? Sure, go ahead. He goes fight McDermott. I'm glad we're getting a slow, not really slow return, but we're getting a partial return to that. And I don't want full-on 80s, every game, you know, 18 brawls. I don't want that. But getting a couple fights a game, I'd be more than happy with that. I'd be more than fine with that. There's no team way better than anyone else going into the season. Not like the 22 Avs roster or the Bolts from like 1920. Yeah, I'd argue the Panthers are probably the best team in the league right now. But a lot of the teams are kind of in the builders. There's the maybes. And like more than half the league are kind of playoff teams. You know, there's going to be 3 or 4 good teams that do miss the playoffs. At least I'm predicting this year, you know. So it's going to be a fun time in the NHL this year. I mean, maybe not fun if you're one of those good teams who with 40 wins who ends up missing the playoffs, and Montreal might end up being one of those. But it's going to be a fun time getting to the playoffs because no one's really going to know who makes it until the last day. And I'm really hoping that's going to be a battle this year. So, yeah. Where am I? If Rags fans are cancer, then I like to convulse. God damn it, Sparty. I mean, converse about the state of Isles fans. You know what? That's very fair, Sporty. And the Sun says both. You have to be skilled in the NHL, but Scott Mayfield's still in the NHL. That is very much a rip. And also, Sporty, we aren't dead. We aren't cancer. We're dead of cancer, Suns. Fair enough. And yeah, Avi, yeah, the cup is basically wide open. I mean, you do have your faves like the Panthers and the Avs for sure. There could be a rematch of Panthers and Oilers for sure, but I definitely think it's pretty wide open for the most part, and especially it will be in the next 3-4 years for sure, as you see teams like Montreal and Buffalo reaching their potentials, Chicago, San Jose get out of the rebuild eventually, Anaheim, if they could figure out what they're doing and get somewhere like there's going to be some pretty good teams in the NHL in the next couple seasons that are really going to make it fun. But yeah, the wild card race, exactly. It's going to be neck and neck, hopefully, in late March. And I think that's what Montreal is hoping for, is by March, maybe not necessarily late March, but by March, still playing good games. You know, they're still playing meaningful games. They're still playing like, oh, we might end up making it. Even if we do miss out, I think we just want to be 500. I think that's what the Montreal Canadiens are looking for, you know? Deadpool, of course. Deadpool, he's got to come in every once in a while. The Ottawa Senators are indeed a team. You know what, Deadpool? That's one thing you've gotten right. The Ottawa Senators are a team. That is very true. And the Ottawa Senators are going to win the Atlantic. I mean, given the Canadiens have allowed less goals than the Senators, we're currently 2-0. Probably make the case for Montreal over Ottawa. And then Sporty says they're going to win the Atlantic in NHL 14. They usually seem to do win the... I don't know. No, not really. I feel like it's more Montreal and Tampa that win the Atlantic more often than not in that game. And yeah, obviously, there's no 2015 Blackhawks type roster for sure, man. Oh God, I'm going to butcher this name. Do I even want to pronounce? Dingy. I'll call you Dingy. 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 I'm happy for the last games of Pezzetta in Montreal and Dvorak. Yeah, I mean, Dvorak, I don't mind him as a third-line defensive forward. He's probably best suited as a fourth-line guy. But yeah, Pezzetta as well. Like, I like Pezzetta. I've really turned my opinion around on him 2 seasons ago. Thought he was complete garbage. Last season, I liked him. I thought he was useful in the fourth-line role. I thought he was all right. But yeah, if you have a guy like Florian Jacki, for example, who's probably going to be replacing him, I would think, as soon as next year, then yeah, I like Pezzetta, but he is replaceable by a guy like Florian Jacki. And you know what? Hey, if one of his last notable things he's done is, you know what, he scored 2 goals in a preseason game and he got the first star, props to him. Oops, spoilers. But but yeah, I mean, yeah, some of the last games are coming up for Pezzetta and Dvorak more than likely. We'll see though. Like Wolverine said exactly, I like Pezzetta, but he's not going to be a part of the long-term plan. Florian Jacki's probably got his role on lockdown in the future, more than likely. Happy with the Lamau. Dingy, yeah, goodbye Dvorak and Pezzetta, more than likely, probably. Dark Energy, how's it going, man? Hi, Harry. Congrats on 1,000K. If I had 1,000K, I would very much like that. Congrats on 1K, that was what I meant to say. 1K subs, and Montreal's kicking ass. Absolutely, they're kicking ass. And yeah, I thank you for the congrats on 1K subs, man. I appreciate it. One thing I noticed about yesterday's stream was the thing got like 160 views when I was streaming initially. And then I check it today, like 10 minutes before I go live. The thing's at 360 views. Now, I don't know if that's because we hit 1K, so YouTube is recommending the channel more. I don't know if it's because I updated the tags and switched them up a little bit. I don't know if it's the updated thumbnail and title, because I don't give away the result in the title and the thumbnail is a little more professional. I don't know if it's maybe all 3. But thank you guys. I appreciate that a lot for you guys watching the content. Thank you. And yeah, appreciate that a lot. Just a question: any fantasy hockey league for free or money on this channel for fun? Avi, I was actually thinking about that the other day. I think Sunday. I was thinking about it, like, oh, do I want to do one? I'm complacent, not complacent. I'm considering it. I'm thinking about it. I think we will. And like you said, yeah, we could have like an 8 to 10 team league. Could probably honestly do 15 to 20 even. Maybe not that much because that might be a little eh. But we could definitely do like 15 to 20 more than likely, I would honestly think. That's probably how many people would want to join. There'd probably be more, actually. But yeah, for fun, I mean, like, I'm not super high on the idea. Mostly because by like mid-November, I always forget about my fantasy teams. And it's like, you know, like I said, I always forget about them. Oh my god, I'm up in my King of the Ring. Let's go. Sorry, guys, real quick. I gotta refuel my... I don't have energy. I should probably... refuel. But yeah, so I am considering doing one. You know what, yeah, maybe we could do, maybe we will. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna do a fantasy league. I don't know when I'll do it exactly, but yeah, sometime I'll do it. Exactly, yeah, on ESPN. I know there's one that I'm using. I forget what it's called, but I know there was another one that I was using. Oh, Yahoo. I was using the Yahoo one. Yeah. Sons, are we doing season predictions? I think so. I think we'll be doing season predictions. I honestly think between the Canadiens games from Tuesday to Saturday, there's that 4-day gap. I think we could probably do one there. Oh, and by the way, because we have a couple viewers here, I'm going to say, guys, tomorrow on the channel, watch out, because the Daddy Rice, new rap song, It's to celebrate 1K subscribers. I think it's very funny. I think it's enjoyable. So yeah, if you guys want to stick around for that, I'm actually gonna set the premiere in right after the stream. So if you guys want to stick around again to right after the stream, I will get that. And yeah, the daddy cooked, Sporty. Yes, he did. And actually, real quick, because I gotta watch a movie after the stream. I'm going to watch a movie with my best friend. If you want to get in a call like really quickly for like 5 minutes so I can show you the song, I'd love to. I got to give the homies some pregame love. And of course, depending on if it's good or not, if you like it, we may or may not postpone it. I doubt it though. I think Sporty and Sons as well can be there if he wants to. Depends on how they think of it. We may postpone it, but I don't think we will. I think they're gonna like it. But I think the daddy cooked. And yeah, Dingy. Definitely keep Kapanen and Heineman. They look pretty good for the future for sure. Absolutely. The Sens are Canada's team. Deadpool. I mean, given that they have like the 5th biggest fan base for a Canadian team, don't know if I'd say that, but yeah. Thursday would be perfect. Yeah, I mean it kind of would be. I don't know how many games are on Thursday, but it'd be fun. I think so. Dingy, no, yeah, I agree. I agree, man. Absolutely. I think that Oh wait, do you mean? Oh, you're talking about Arbor. You're not talking about Florian. Okay, Arbor Jackeye is better returning to juniors. He can't. He's 22. He can't go to juniors. But going back to the American League, he's not a fit for the NHL. Not right now. Maybe in 2 years. I actually do agree with Struble back in Laval. I keep Hudson and Mayu. Maybe Reinbacher. Dingy, I actually think Reinbacher back to Laval would be... Oh, you are talking to Florian. Oh, you are talking about Florian. Yeah, then I agree with you. Yeah. I think Florian going back to... I don't know if he has to go back to the juniors or if he can go back to the American League. I would think American League because he played a couple games at the end of the year with them. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think that... Well, okay, I see now the Jackeye thing and then the Struble thing. They're two different things you just put there. Okay, but yeah, no, I agree. Florian, I think should return to the American League. I think he'll be good in the in Montreal in 2 to 3 years. But I definitely think for this year, he's definitely best off being in the American League for sure. And then yeah, Struble back in Laval. I agree. Good chat pocket. Hey, thank you, Dingy. Appreciate it, man. Good. Happy to hear that. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But yeah, Struble back in Laval. I think that's probably what's going to happen, mostly because I think they want to keep Barron as a 7th D because he would have to go on waivers to get sent down to the American League. Hudson, he's got an easy spot on this team guaranteed. And it's probably between Mayu and Reinbacher, Struble, and Barron for that guaranteed third-line spot. And then again, Barron's probably already being decided as that 7th D. Just comes in whenever there's an injury or whatever. But yeah, I think it's between Mayu and Reinbacher mostly. Struble, I think they've probably already talked to. We're going to send you down to Laval. Just, nothing against you. Just, we want your game to be at an even better level. We want to push you to motivate you to make the NHL more consistently, probably. So I would think it's between Mayu and Reinbacher. I think Mayu does get it, though, more than likely. I think Reinbacher, they don't want to rush him. He's 19 years old. He's still fresh. You probably want to put him in the American League, get him used to playing down there. And then either after the deadline, if you trade Savard, which I hope they don't, I kind of hope they re-sign him on a 1 or 2 year deal just to keep him with Hudson. A couple guys like that, just train those defensive mannerisms into the guys. But yeah, if they trade Savard, then they probably give Reinbacher a look, I would imagine. I feel like the Sens or the Habs will play the Leafs in the first round and knock them out with Dark Energy. I'd love that if it's the Habs. To an extent, if it's the Senators, I think that'd be really funny to have the Leafs get knocked out by the Senators. However, 2 counterpoints. One, my best friend's a Leafs fan, and I don't want that to happen. And secondly, Senators fans are going to be garbage if that happens. 3, I don't want it to happen. And 4, Toronto historically has kicked Ottawa's ass in the playoffs. Even though I think they only played those 3 straight years, Toronto completely dominated them. So, yeah. But then again, it's been 20 years, completely different teams. Who knows? Another game, another sleigh. I like that, NZA. Hell yeah. Congrats on your extended rebuild. Deadpool, are you talking to the Senators? Because last time I checked, they've been in a rebuild for about 7 years, which is 5 years longer than Montreal's been in their rebuild, actually. Caulfield and Laine combined for how many goals? And then Dark Energy says 99. I could see that. One of them probably ends up with 50, the other 35-ish. Unless they go for like a 50 and 40 kind of deal. Well, actually, no, yeah, they'd have to. 50 and 30 would be 80. You know what? I'm going to say about 68-ish. I think I already did my points predictions, and I think I had something around that. I think Cole gets 40, 45-ish, and I think Laine ends up at 30, 35. So about 65. Yeah, obviously 73. This is a Bruins fan who thinks technically higher of these guys than I do, which is crazy. Technically, if we're going off the goals. But yeah, I think Laine has a very respectable year. I think Caulfield takes that next step to being a 40-goal scorer. And yeah, I think the Canadiens look quite good with those two, probably leading the way in terms of goal scoring, I would imagine, unless Slav also takes that next step. Wouldn't be surprised to see Slav put 30, 35 goals up. Dude, Dark Energy, if it's 55 for Caulfield, 44 for Laine, whew, my God. Wolverine, exactly. The Senators rebuild has been done since like 2021 with 0 playoff series. Which is kind of pathetic. Imagine Waugh, Kapanen, and Anderson. Like, if it's Waugh, Kapanen, say, next year with Anderson, who has the intensity, as you said, Dingy, on that third line, that could be very fun. I mean, I know Waugh and Andy, I think, are there. I think they were there last night together. They played very well. But yeah, I think that if you look at a guy like Kapanen between them, I love Evans, so I'd ideally probably want Waugh, Evans, Andy. But if it's Kapanen there, say next year, if he plays the way he came into camp so far, I'd have no issue with that. That'd probably be a very solid line. Because as well, when Waugh came in last season, I'm pretty sure he was playing with Anderson. They had chemistry. They had a connection. So it wouldn't surprise me when Waugh makes the roster this year. If he is playing with Anderson and then it's Gallagher or Armia on the fourth line, it wouldn't surprise me to see Waugh playing with Andy because I think they had some chemistry last year. I don't really like Habs, but the team's going to be fun to watch. Just a fan of sport. NHL's the best. Absolutely, Avi. Glad you're a fan of sports as a whole. You just want sport to be healthy. And yeah, it feels like that. Hockey's kind of the best when the Canadiens are good. Not necessarily the best team, but hockey is at its best when the Canadiens are a good team and you can, the Habs are good. It feels like hockey's healthy, And exactly, Avi, the Bruins and Habs are not like 2010 to 2014 anymore. They wanted to fucking murder each other during that era. Dude, Lucic threatening to kill Emelin, Chara intentionally injuring Pacioretty on the stanchion, Subban assing the shit out of Marchand, backing the hell into Marchand. Like, there were some brutal, brutal times in that time, bro. Like, oof. Deadpool saying the Sens fuck hard. The Sens fuck hard. Too bad you don't needle dick. The Sens fuck hard. I'm gonna use that in the future. The Habs fuck hard. Yo, when they're in the hotels, they fuck hard. I'm gonna use that in the future. But yeah, the Tim Thomas Price fight, dude. That entire game. When the Bruins won, was it 8-2, 7-2, 7-3, something like that. That entire game, bro, that was intense. Hockey's healthy when there's a pandemic. Kind of, Suns, a little bit. I mean, the Habs were good in 2021, and it felt like it was a fun time to watch. All right, I should probably get to the game. We're 44 minutes in. All right, so the Habs open the scoring, like I said, open the shots 2-0. They would open the scoring, spoiler. If you could see the score, you could tell, Habs open first. Blue Dog, what's this? We got Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my God, we do. I just realized that, yeah. Blue Dog, I didn't realize that. We do have both Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my God, they've been going at it for 2 years. I just realized they've been going at it for 2 years. They've been going at it for 2 years. The movie wasn't announced when these two started jawing with each other in my chat. Which is really funny. I just noticed that. Blue Dog, hope you're enjoying the stream so far, my good sir. Thank you for coming by. I'm curious. I don't know if you're a new here and you just changed your or if you're like someone who's been here before and you changed your name. But how did you find the stream? Because we hit 1K, and ever since then, it feels like YouTube's been recommending the content more. So I want to know, did you like search and find this? Again, apologies if you're like a recurring viewer and I just don't remember you. I apologize. But I'm interested in finding out how new viewers find the channel. So if you could let me know, that'd be appreciated. Sons, yes, agreed. Deadpool Wolverine was kind of overrated. It was kind of garbage, at least in my opinion, personally. Blue Dog, you've been here a few times? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I apologize that I don't recognize you. I apologize, my good sir. But thank you for coming by. I greatly appreciate it. Dingy. I've followed Kapanen for a full year now. The guy's incredible, always playing each shift with total commitment. My brain did not know what to say there. High hockey IQ, bright with and without the puck, good in the faceoff zone, and he's a great center. Dingy, you know what? He seems like that, honestly. Like, I could tell from watching the game last night that, yeah, he does play each shift with that commitment level. He's very smart. He doesn't push up too far in the play if he has to. He comes back. A lot of the time, he'll come back and play that kind of defense. Especially when Hudson was on the ice, it was like, all right, Kapanen, all right, shift, Kapanen goes back, Hudson goes up. It felt like it. Oh, Wolverine, yeah, I'd expect you to love the movie. Don't worry if you sound biased to that. I'm not going to say, oh, Wolverine, you like the movie? Get out of my chat. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm glad you liked the movie. Personally, I just didn't like it. It sucks. I wanted to enjoy the movie, but I just didn't. But yeah, I'm glad you loved the movie. Anyone else in my chat who loved it? Hell yeah, let's go. But yeah, no, I completely get why you'd like the movie. I see how people could. I just personally didn't dig it all that much. Avi, Macklin Celebrini looks legit as expected. The Sharks and Blackhawks won't be totally ass, not cakewalk games maybe. Avi, I mean, if you were the Habs last year, they weren't cakewalk games. I went Southern there. They weren't cakewalk games, but they definitely won't be cakewalk games this year. Definitely not. I really don't think there's a single team in the NHL this year that is as trash as the Sharks were last year. The Sharks at one point looked like they were going to finish with the worst record in the NHL. I know the Coyotes, I forget if it was last year or the year before, they looked like they might do that. They were like 0-9 to start the year or something like that. But, yeah, Celebrini looks legit. I mean, I had it up on yesterday's stream. He had a goal and assist in his first game, and it's like, shit, nice. And, yeah, again, I don't think there's a team really in the league that looks that bad. Avi, yeah, I mean, Columbus and the Ducks might be the worst for sure. But I don't know. I think the Blue Jackets are going to rally around Johnny Gaudreau and maybe not necessarily make the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a 30-win team. At the very least, I think to start the year, they'll have a hot start. Maybe 6-2-1 or something like that. They'll start hot, but then they'll decline. But I think they'll have at least a hot start for Johnny Gaudreau. I think they do start off a little bit hot, depending on who they face. Though I should prerequisite that by saying it depends on who they play. If they're playing like Florida, Edmonton, Colorado a lot, yeah, no, that's not happening. If they're playing some of the lower teams to start, probably it might happen. Yeah, it's exactly Wolverine. It's a fan service movie. Like when they brought back the guy in the hood. I'm trying not to spoil the movie for anybody who wants to see it but hasn't yet. When they brought back the guy in the hood, I was like, oh, he's here. Because I don't like the actor who plays the guy in the hood. I don't like him, so it's not something that would appeal to me. I'm not a fan of... Well, it's not that I'm not a fan. I haven't seen the movies with the black dude. Again, I'm trying not to spoil here. I haven't seen those movies despite owning them. So if I had seen them, I probably would think, oh shit, there's so-and-so. This is awesome. I haven't seen the movie with the guy in the red suit or the sequel with the girl in the red suit. So I don't care about that, you know? Sons, it's the dude when they're in the desert and they come across the dude and you think it's one of his characters, but it's another. Again, I'm trying not to spoil here. Sons, I think you might remember now, but yeah. Where am I? I remember sitting in the theater with my friends there enjoying the movie. I'm out here just like neutral face. Sons, I mean, to an extent, that's kind of how I was when I was watching the movie. My best friend loved it the first time she saw it, when she saw it in theaters. She really enjoyed it. Second time around, she kind of realized that it's not really that good, unfortunately. So, yeah. Avi, absolutely. Rip Johnny Hockey. Legend forever, 100%. Dingy, but oh yeah, I want to know where you found the podcast too. Actually, thank you for telling me. You found your podcast with the tag or the search Canadiens hockey and a filter in the last hour. Shit, that's nice, awesome. I'm glad that YouTube's pushing my stuff, even though it's like in the last hour, so it kind of not has to, but it's very likely to. I'm glad that they push my stuff like that. Thank you, and I thank you for clicking on the stream. I appreciate that. Columbus lost their best player in Laine. That is true. They lost Gaudreau and Laine for sure, Avi. I do hope they play well for him for sure. Like, again, if they start the year off 10-0-0 for Johnny Hockey, guys, it's never going to happen. What if they start the season 13-0-0? That would be just... That would be perfect, bro. Like, that would be so awesome. I'd love that. What cities are up and coming for NHL expansion or relocation? Dark Energy, I don't think there's any relocation going on in the next probably decade at least, I would think. How did you if the Sharks were relocated but can't remember where? You know what? If that ends up happening, it would probably be in the next 3 years if they don't make any progress whatsoever. If they're still completely awful this year, if they stay like this for 3 years, it might happen. I don't think it will, though. There's no shot that it's going to happen. But up and coming, I know that apparently the NHL was looking at... I know it's Houston and Atlanta that are the two front runners for future expansion. I'd imagine it's Quebec. Arizona has to be in there just because, Arizona lost their team because of a bad owner, not necessarily because the fans weren't going there. But... for me personally, yeah, I think that it's Houston, Atlanta, then you eventually focus on Quebec and Arizona probably. That's what I would think. Those are the top 4 contenders for expansion. That's what I believe. We have a good defensive center and a suitable right winger to send to Columbus that needs them. We pay a part of Dvorak's salary. They do need players able to play right now in the NHL. That's true, Dingy. They did sign James Van Riemsdyk, so they only really need one forward. So Dvorak honestly could work. If they want to take on one of Galley or Anderson's contracts, I'd be fine with that. But yeah, no, if we did trade out Dvorak, I have no issue with that right now because we have Evans and Kapanen who can step up onto that third line role, either one of them. Or if you want to put one that's second line, take that risk and put Newhook third line center. I'd also have no problem with that whatsoever. But yeah, Devils will for sure be back in the playoffs. Yeah, they should be, Avi. Yeah, Dougie Hamilton being out really hurt them last year. All of the injuries they had last year, not just Dougie Hamilton, all the injuries they had last year really hurt them. So yeah, exactly, Wolverine. Yeah, you're a fan of both the characters. It's kind of expected that you'd love that movie, especially if it's like a very fan servicey. Someone like you who's read the comics. I believe you've said you've read the comics. You're a big fan of both of them. It makes a lot of sense. Suns, yeah, 13-0-0 and they lose out. Yeah, that would probably have to be the case. Yeah, I wish the Senators beat the Pens in the 2016 Cup Finals. I was so pissed. That's fair. Sens should have beat the Bruins, or the Pens in the conference finals. 2016 Sens were dirty. They fucked up the Bruins in round 1 that year. Oh, yeah, they did, I think. And yeah, NCAA, yeah, I loved seeing the Penguins go back-to-back for sure. That was very fun, absolutely. Suns, yeah, I think Arizona would probably be in there. But apparently with how the Atlanta and Houston, like the ownership groups, have been talking with them, those are absolutely the front runners right now. Toronto is always looking for a second team. That's true, Dark Energy. Well, Ottawa as a whole is just looking for a second NHL team. So the Toronto Sharks would be very fun. I think there's going to be expansion. Maybe not necessarily 2 to 3 years, but I think 5 to 6. Don't be surprised if there are expansions. Probably be better than the Leafs, but potentially. They will not pay. That's true, exactly. They wouldn't. But then again, Anderson already played in Columbus. I don't think they'd really want to bring him back. So it might honestly have to be Gallagher if they have that mindset of, oh, well, you know what? Brendan Gallagher's a good player. We'll bring him in and he can play second line minutes. But I don't think they would do that, though. Good night from Bora Bora. Oh, my God, Dingy. Thank you for coming by from Bora Bora, holy shit. It's daytime here, sunny, a lot of beer hockey to look at in the porch of the beach. It's a very nice beauties passing by. Hell yeah, Dingy. Thank you for coming by, my good sir. Greatly appreciated. Hope to see you in the future. Enjoy Bora Bora, man. Holy shit. Thank you. Thank you for coming by from there. Oh my god. Thank you. But I do agree with you as well, Dingy. Yeah, probably wouldn't pay Gallagher's salary, but wishful thinking. You never know. Dark Energy, yeah, the Sharks will probably win a cup before Toronto. Suns, honestly, I think we're close to the NHL just getting rid of divisions or conferences. Well, maybe not conferences, but getting rid of divisions. Because, especially if they expand. You add one team, Atlanta to the east and Houston to the west, for example. You have that happen, for example. Houston to the west, Atlanta to the east. You're still even in the amount of teams in the conference. You just don't have the divisions. I think if you just had the conferences, that'd be fine. Also, holy shit, we're an hour in, boys, and we are not even started on the game. I gotta do that real quick in a minute, boys. Oh my god. Sorry, boys, just give me a second. Alright, yeah, so I just messaged my best friend, because again, we're supposed to watch a movie after the stream. Habs beating the Pens in 2020. Bubble hockey was sick to watch. Yes, it was, Avi, dude. It absolutely was very, very sick to watch. That was so much fun. Who's Harry Rice? I don't know. Rice Harry. Thank you. Hell yeah, Darkness. That's your Java, right? I don't know. I've heard of Bora Bora. I have no clue where it is, though, but still awesome to get someone from friggin' Bora Bora in the stream. Bubble hockey was so underrated. It was very good hockey. Absolutely. It was. Bring Phoenix back. That's specific. That just leaves one division out east. The all-Canadian matchups were the best. Dark Energy, yes, they were, dude. I mean, you have I think it was Tyler Myers with a headshot on, I think it was Armia, and then I think it was Sherratt fighting him the next game, and it's like, oh my god, dude, like, rivalries felt like they were back, you know? You had Mark Scheifele, Lonnie Donegan, whatever his name is, headshotting Jake Evans, getting suspended for the rest of the series, and missing 2 more games the next season because of it, because the suspension hadn't run its course yet. If they expand, they might implement a plan. Oh, Suns, I don't think so, bro. I don't think they would implement a plan. I love the way it is now that exactly half the teams in the league make the playoffs. 16 of 32. That's great. I can't see them implementing a permanent play-ins like 2020. I don't think they would do that. Darkness, don't worry. I'm starting the recap in a minute, boys. Yeah, Suns, COVID hockey was fun because the Islanders were actually relevant for 2 years. Yeah, dude, the Canadian fan base is going down in the Discord. That was sick, bro. Dude, that was fun. Back when Hot Take Hockey was actually like a cool guy to talk to, bro. No, bro said die. Well, Suns, am I wrong? Well, the Islanders haven't made it past the first round since 2021, right? Right? No fans in the seats was kind of epic, Dark Energy. The only thing that sucked is that Montreal didn't get fans in the seats, obviously. And so none of their like best moments at home in the playoffs that year really got really had fans watching. That kind of sucked. I could see a plan between the second wild card and the first team out. I mean, that could maybe work. I mean, I don't know, like, say it's, for example, the second wild card and the first team out. But then again, at that point, it feels like it's just like, oh, well, it doesn't matter necessarily if you're the second wild card team, because then you just lose out, say, in a best of 3 to the team who just missed, you know? And, like, say there's, like, a 5-point difference, you know? Say the team that fought and struggled to get to the second wild card, say they're in with 41 wins, for example. And then say the team that's just out has 37. For example, say they're just about 500. I don't know, say a conference is really weak. God damn it, my gum is dropping. But say you do that. And then say the team with 37 wins. Now, is it likely that a second wildcard team would even win in the first round? Florida wasn't supposed to beat Boston. And then look what happened. Like, I don't think the NHL would do that. But if it happened, it would probably have to be one game. I would think Darkness, probably, but like, I don't know. HH's fall off needs to be a video. It does, Suns. I agree with you there, man. I would have it be a sudden death type game on the NFL shit, all about the entertainment value. I mean, that's kind of true. That's kind of true. Redman has an upper body injury. He suffered in the Rangers game. Oh, God. That sucks. HTH is mid. Glad I left the server. Hey, let's go, NZA. That's a W. They don't know yet how big it is. Shit, Rangers could be tossed up. Oh, they could be, Avi. I mean, Lafreniere might get that first line ice time he's been wanting since he got drafted. Habs go to the PK. Zach Hayes gets called for an interference on Willman 4.5 minutes in. Devils get some shots. Bowers has one that's right on Montembeault. Devils look for a tip, but they don't get anything. Habs end up being 1-for-1 on the PK. Habs then go to the power play. Kovacevic is called for a high stick on Suzuki. Yes, it's very weird to hear that, given how often they were both playing for the same team last year. But Kovacevic gets called for a high stick on Suzuki. First half of the power play, there's really nothing. Devils get some clears. Mayu finds Gallagher for a wrister, but that gets blocked. Mazar. Mayu to Mazar. He then causes a turnover right as the power play ends. The Habs end up being 0-for-1 on the power play. Devils then press, but there's no shots. And the Habs go back to the power play. There's too many men for Jersey. That gets served by Kevin Ball. HCH more like hot take, hot dog shit. Oof, damn. That's rip. Yeah, exactly. HH was so active in 2019 to 2021, even like 2022 to an extent. But yeah, like 2019 to 2021, like he was you could almost say he was the next big thing in hockey YouTubers. Like he was rising, he was actually grinding. He was grinding, he was like working hard, he was doing good shit, and then it was like, you know what? Fuck YouTube. I want a job in actual hockey work. And now nobody fucking knows really where he is. Like, that John had potential at one stage. Firstly, had potential at one stage or another. And then he threw it away because he wanted a real job in hockey. 40,000 people, at minimum, listening to him do play-by-play for Canadiens games. Or not Canadiens games, for Leafs games, and any other games that he'd want when he'd pretend to be an actual hockey YouTuber and not just a Leafs homer. And then he just, I want 15,000 people to hear my introductions for whatever OHL team hired him. You know, like I genuinely believe if John had stuck with it in 2021 and didn't get butthurt when I released the video exposing his Discord for being cancer, and he didn't get paranoid and shut down the Discord, and he didn't then leave, if he had stuck with it, I genuinely believe, the Sudbury Wolves, thank you, Sons, the Sudbury Wolves, if John had stuck with it, he would have 100,000 subscribers right now. He would have a consistent living doing YouTube. He would have 100,000 subscribers right now. If he stuck with it, if he didn't get butthurt when I released my video on him, asked me to take it down the day it premiered, if he didn't try and do that shady shit, and if he stuck with YouTube and didn't try and just get a job for the Sudbury Wolves and stuck with YouTube, he'd be relevant. He'd have 100,000 subscribers. Alright, if he had just simply owned up to it and said, hey, you know what? Yeah, I messed up having the lounge. I messed up. It's gone. The people who were mods are gone. Let's start fresh. Let's make a good community. Firstly, I would have respected him. Secondly, I maybe would have joined back. Maybe would have taken down the video, potentially. You know, and maybe, just maybe, I would have forgotten about it. But no. He asked me to take down the video while it's premiering still. Tells me that he's getting harassed when I explicitly said in the video and in the live chat at the time, do not go to harass John. He blames me for it. That two people decide to be morons and go troll his Discord, tell him to do the thing where you're not, active anymore. Finding a way around YouTube censors is really fun. And then he just leaves for a while. He stops posting a link to his Discord. Exactly, Sons. Yeah, Heinz and Boyer. Heinz and Boyer went over to the server and trolled a little bit. which admittedly was fun. But, like, you know, exactly, Sons. Like, you would be a channel dedicated to the Islanders, not pretending to be a full-out hockey YouTuber. That's like with me. When do I do hockey content? When do I do hockey content? Trade deadline. The draft. Free agency. Times when I know I can talk about hockey as a whole in the NHL, and I know what I'm talking about. I don't pretend to come up live during a game like that and try and act like I know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm a Habs channel first. I'm a Habs channel first and a hockey creator second. Like I said, I do Habs content first and foremost. And again, for those days like the trade deadline and the draft and free agency, then I'm a hockey YouTuber. But I make it known I'm a Habs channel who's doing this hockey stuff. The draft is huge for the Canadiens, especially the last couple years. Free agency will be huge for the Habs in a couple years. And the trade deadline could be huge for the Habs in a couple years. And they have been the last couple years for selling. You know, it's been huge. So the reason I'm doing it is partially I can cover everything because I sort of know a little bit of what I'm talking about on that front. And also, Montreal's involved. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to go live for it, obviously. It gets a lot of views, gets new subscribers in who come for the content, which motivates me to further make more content, you know? And yeah, Sporty, basically, yeah, I was just, how did we get talking about John again? I forget. Oh, COVID hockey, I think, was how we were talking about it, I think. Or no, I mentioned something about John. I forget how, but yeah, no, I've just been talking about him for like 5 minutes, yeah. Preds Oilers round 2 is a lock for me. Will be amazing. Avi, that would be fun. I'll say that would be fun. Cameron Hughes. Sporty said it was Cameron earlier. Is it Connor Hughes? God damn it, you guys could have told me an hour ago. Is it Connor Hughes? Because I could have sworn it was Cameron. All right, there we go. Connor Hughes. All right, so Connor Hughes was backing up Sam Montamo tonight. God damn it, I put Cameron, I think, in all my things. Boyer was like the Joker to John's Batman. Sons, you know what? Unironically, he kind of was, man. He kind of was. Is Hines even alive? Well, I mean, he left the server, so probably dead, like Sons said. Yeah, more than likely. And yeah, Sons, firstly, if you were a streamer for hockey and you were an Islanders YouTuber, I'd watch you. I think half the people in here would watch you because you're genuinely hilarious. You're entertaining as hell, man. And yeah, exactly. I let it be known. I'm a Habs YouTuber first. Hockey content creator second. I love college hockey, NHL. Yeah, I'm glad the Olympics are back in 2026, which I'm gonna let you guys know now, like 2 years in advance, so about a year and a half, whatever. There's a chance I might do the Olympics. I don't know if I will, because I know the games come on at like 4 in the morning. So I'm either gonna have to really fix my sleep schedule, or screw up my sleep schedule even further to where I'm awake consciously at 4 in the morning to do Olympic streams, which even then, I think the games would be on at 4. I forget where it is. Might have been the last Olympics where it was games at 4 in the morning or whatever it was, but yeah. So I might do the Olympics. No guarantees, but I might. I would like to, though. Free Russia in the double IHF for the 2026 Winter Games. Yeah, I mean, the Russian athletes didn't do anything wrong. It's the government, so I don't get what punishing the Russian sports teams has anything to do with the Ukraine-Russia war. But yeah, no, I sort of get it, but I really don't as well. Why they banned them. If I restart YouTube, I'd probably be a hockey channel. And yeah, hell yeah, that'd be awesome. I keep forgetting the Frozen Four for college hockey is in St. Louis this year. Oh shit, nice, Darkness. W. So yeah, the Habs then go back to the power play. Like I said, there's too many men for Jersey. The penalty gets served by Kevin Bell. This should go under like a Team White or something for the Russians. Yeah, like a just not call them Team Russia. Maybe they're, I don't know, Team Purple or something. I don't know. Team Team Tsar or something like that, you know, like just something where it's like clear that they're not Russian, you know, just something where it's very clear that they're not Russian. Team Tsar, that would work. God, where am I? Yeah, the Habs go back to the power play. Habs look depressed, but there's not too much overall. Team Average Joes. Oh my god, yeah, do the dodgeball thing. The Team Average Joes. Team Harry. That would be very fun. If you know, you know. Absolutely. And yeah, there you go. I know it. I know. I've seen Dodgeball. That's a pretty funny movie. I own it on DVD with the slipcover. Hell yeah. The first unit has some chances, but there's no shots there. Mayo has a bad giveaway to a Devil shorthanded right in the own zone. Just kind of one of those little just, skating up with it, back pass, the Devil's right there, and oh god. But there's no shot, so not really that bad. Habs are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Actually, sorry, we're 0 for 2, actually. And then there's a Habs penalty. Mazar gets called for a slash on Willman. That does end the power play. Harry, take a shot for every move you've seen in the past year. I would be taking about 150 shots, I think. I mean, if we're going off the last 3 months, because I've been doing the 365 days, 365 movies thing, which, by the way, you guys can check that out on the channel. I update it at the beginning of every month, and yeah, it's fun. That would be about 90 already. July, August, September, yeah, about 90. And I was kind of lacking. I was watching a lot more like TV shows for the past year before that. So yeah, about 150 movies, maybe 200, something like that. So yeah, but I've been a lot more consistent, especially in the month of September. I've been a lot better at watching film compared to watching movies the last year. I've been very consistent the last 3 years. Last 3 months, sorry, Jesus. So yeah, 4-on-4. It ends the Mazar's penalty. Mazar's penalty ends the power play 30 seconds early. On the 4-on-4, there's a no icing on the Devils, as looked a little close. Hot take: Chell 25 will be the same as 24, and people will hate it. In terms of the gameplay, probably. In terms of franchise mode, obviously we know it's different, but I think the franchise mode will make people say, "Oh, it's different than 24," when really it's not, and they're trying to justify why they spent $120 on it. My favorite Russian player of all time, Joe Kinsinov, nice. Habs look for a shorthanded chance. Evans has a nice deke along the boards. He basically just gets a clear. And the Habs are 2 for 2 in the PK. Habs then look for a shot. Caulfield tries for one. Slav has a nice hit by the benches. He was a little physical. He had a couple hits in the first period. Devils then get some chances. Monty can't control a rebound. Devils end up getting a few shots as a result. But Monty did look on his game. And then there's a scrum after a no-shot shot. Kind of the Kucherov thing where you fake a deke. You accidentally forget you don't get back on the puck, but the goalie thinks it's going to be an upcoming shot. He allows the goal. Monty did not that time. Monty stops it, and we get, like I said, a bit of a scrum. Trudeau's in there. Strubal's in there. Farrell's in there. I didn't see who was in for the Devils, but the Habs do go to a PK with 29 seconds left as Trudeau is called for a trip on Kevin LeBanc. The Devils look for a shot, but there's nothing there. So the shots are 9-8 for the Devils after the first period, and it's a scoreless game so far. I don't play 24 that much. It sucks ass this much. Oof, NZA. And yeah, like Avi, I play NHL 23. I like that one. The gameplay in that one, it's very tough to score if you don't mess with the sliders, at least for me personally, I find. But yeah, I enjoy 23. I think the franchise mode is decent in that one. I enjoyed it a decent bit. At least I had motivation to play 23. Oof, NZA. That's harsh, my guy. Gallagher, a few good cross checks as he's in on a puck battle. And the Habs score. Who is it? Michael Pezzetta. Michael Pezzetta. First goal of the game. The fourth line grinder. You love to see it. Habs take the lead from Trudeau and Simono 2 minutes and 42 seconds into the second period. Then the Habs go to the power play about a minute-ish later. McDermott's called for a double minor for roughing up Trudeau after a good clean hit where the guy just turned right before it happened. So he goes down, slides into the boards. It's not a thing where, boom, it's into the boards, but it's more so just a hit, goes down and slides into the boards. McDermott's in there, gives him 3 shots to the back of the head, and he's called for 2 of them, which is actually really good. I like that. So it's a double minor. Habs get a 4-minute power play. Habs don't shoot. They got some chances. I put why is Caulfield on the right side of the ice? Because he was him. It was Suzuki. It was Caulfield on the right side, Suzuki on the left side, Slav's in the middle. I don't mind Slav in the middle, but Caulfield should be on the right side. I think Slav on the left. Suzuki down in front. You get someone like Anderson in front. That's how I think it should have been. But yeah, Habs did not get many shots. The power play looked pretty bad, unfortunately. Habs end up being 0 for 4 on the power play, I should say. I put 0 for 3, but I forgot about the other power play, so we're 0 for 4, actually. French stand up. Olivier, I'm not French. I'm not standing up, I guess. I mean, I'm in Quebec, but I'm not, like, born French. Can't wait for her to get a controller. Yeah, Darkness. Me neither, man. I can't wait. I mean, it's probably going to be like a month or so. Hopefully shorter. Hopefully. But, yeah, we went to a pawn shop the other day. Sunday, actually, we went to a pawn shop. And, unfortunately, they didn't have any controllers. They had video games. No controllers, unfortunately, because I would have. Find it weird. Child 25 will have 2 covers. Yeah, I kind of find that weird too. But yeah, I kind of get it. Slaps busting those. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Slap busting those exercise bikes. That's elite, bro. If you're wearing a Habs jersey, stand up. All right, I'll stand up. Also, no, I'm not wearing just boxers. These are shorts. They're just riding up a little bit. But all right, I'll stand up for the next little bit of the stream. All right, I hope you guys can actually still hear me well, because I know my mic, I think it adapts to, like, my mic's here and it comes out to here to be even, so I don't know if it's going to hear coming like this, but yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, actually what I could do, technically, I could do something like this. So I could actually stand up during the stream. Can I, yeah, there we go. So, I'm recording a giantest video for you guys. No, oh yeah, I just realized you guys are seeing, I think, the first time the top of the new shelves. So yeah, Harry's never beaten the boxer allegations. Yes, I am, dog. You know what? These are boxers. No, but all right, where am I? So yeah, Habs score again. Xavier Simoneau gets a tip in front off a nice shot, but nope, immediately waved off. No goal, because Simoneau gets called for interference. He doesn't get a penalty, but the goal gets called back for interference, despite the fact he's getting pushed by Villain into the goaltender, and that sucks. Harry, that would make it easier for your stats a bit. I'm not going to lie. What do you mean, Darkness? Olivia, do you have adult movies in your collection? I mean, I have R-rated movies. I have those types of adult movies. I have R-rated films in my collection, such as, I'm trying to find one. I think Fight Club is rated R. I hope. Oh, fuck, right next to it. Well, I don't know about Final Destination, actually. Fight Club. I think that's 18 plus, technically, because Canada. Yeah, Fight Club. That is an R-rated film. I have that in my collection, but no, I do not have any dirty movies in my collection. NC-17, I don't think I have any NC-17 films. Mostly NC-17 films are like horror films that are like kind of push the boundary. But then again, at this point, nobody really gets rated NC-17, because if you think you're going to get that rating, you basically just, no, we're just not going to have the movie be rated. Like, I think it's the first and third Terrifier films. Those are both unrated, when they would have gotten an X or an NC-17 rating. So, yeah, there's that. I've got a Habs hat from a case of beer like 15 years ago. Holy shit, Dark Enemy, that's awesome, man. If you could make it work on your shelf, have the whiteboard there and show your stats for the Habs. Oh my god, yeah, we're going back like 6 years to have like the stats, like have them here. Oh my god, we're going back a while since I've done that. I mean, I have the big whiteboard, but I'd have to get like the 2 bins, do them like here, and then like, you know, oh, well, here's the stats for the Habs, whatever. It'd be great to do, but yeah. Is it just me, or do most teams are adapting the same Jumbotron, I think, NZA. Most of them seem to be, for sure. Olivier, respect. Hell yeah, thank you, man. I mean, again, for NC-17, like, I have to go through my collection. I feel like Boogie Nights is NC-17, actually. Nope, it's rated R, never mind. I wanted to say Boogie Nights was NC-17. Probably should have gotten an NC-17 rating. But, no, surprisingly, it's rated R. But, yeah. They look the same as the Habs' new one. NZA, yeah, they do. I feel like they're all adapting the same, like, big-ass Jumbotron, which, I mean, they kind of have to if they want to get, more people in the arena, because, oh, hey, even if you can't see on the ice, you can see the big Jumbotron. Yeah, NC-17, Darkness, is that next rating where if your movie's too graphic, even to get an R rating, typically it'd be NC-17, which basically just means you cannot see this movie if you're under 17. With rated R, you can be under 17, and you can see the movie if you have a guardian. If it's an NC-17 film, even if you have a guardian, you cannot see the movie if you're under 17. And then X rating is anybody under, I forget if it's under 21 or if that one's also under 18. You can't see the movie. But yeah, NC-17 and X are kind of the same rating. I think NC-17 changed, or the X rating changed to NC-17 because it was just easier. What's the X rating? What's NC-17? It's easier to explain. So yeah, it's like Sun said, it's above the R rating. Yeah. All right, I gotta try and hurry this up. My best friend's waiting for me, and so is Sporty. Actually, I gotta show him and Sons the song that's coming out tomorrow. All right, we've been standing long enough. We can switch back to the normal angle if I can get my chair. Oh, this kind of slaps. It makes me look like a midget though. It makes me look like I'm like smaller than okay, and this just looks. Okay, if I could get it to where it's like this and aim the camera down like slightly, see if I can get it like that and my chair like raises a bit, that'd be awesome. What time tomorrow? I don't know, Darkness, actually. Okay, I'm going to aim the camera down a little bit. There we go. I don't know. I'm thinking like 5 p.m., maybe 4. It depends on that. B, it also depends on how tired I am and if I want to premiere it a little later or right when I get back. I don't think it'll be right when I get back. We're getting back at like 10 or 11. And also C, it then depends on how tired I am. Because we're also having family coming over afterwards, or at least we're expected to. So it might be a case of, all right, well, it's going to premiere at 7 or 8 because maybe they just left and, all right, I can be in the chat. It's only like 3 minutes still, but yeah. Can we get a Go Habs Go? Go Habs Go! There you go, Avi. Hell yeah. You look like it did look like I was in a Zoom class with it just like this, where you just have the name here. And, you don't really care about being in the class, so you don't care about adjusting the angle properly, and you get up, go urinate, you just get up, and you just walk out. People look at your DVD collection, they're like, oh my god, that's a nice DVD collection. And they point out how you might have just bought The Lion King on DVD, complete with the slipcover for like $1 from a pawn shop. And they're like, oh, Harry, how'd you get that? And then you tell them, I got it from a pawn shop for $1. Fun stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to keep it like this for a minute, actually. So yeah, unfortunately, the goal gets called back. Thankfully, it's not a penalty. However, Devils press for the tie game. There's then a goalie switch. Jersey pulls Jake Allen. Nico Dawes goes in. They showed Connor Hughes. He was getting ready to come in. For some reason, he didn't here, despite no power play being called for either team. But I guess they just want to give Monty a couple more minutes. Devils press. There's a nice sharp angle shot stopped by Monty. Back the other way. It's a 2-on-1 caused by Suzuki. Caulfield to Slav on a break. Habs go to the power play. McDermott gets called for a hook on Slavkovsky. He ended up awkwardly falling into the boards. Thankfully, looked okay. And so the second thing that McDermott was involved in tonight, unfortunately, would not end up fighting somebody that wasn't defenseless. So, yeah. Bell Center in late April need those vibes. F the Bolts and Red Wings. Dude, Avi, for sure, man, dude. We need playoff hockey back in the Bell Center with full capacity. Dude, like 2,500 sounding like 25,000 was awesome. But yeah, no, we need 25,000 to sound like 250,000. Dude, we really need that, man. I'm telling you guys. And when it happens, regardless of if it's this year or next year or whenever, it's gonna be. Yoshi Bros, our goalie and D really sucked this season? No, not at all, man. Dude, 4 goalies just combined for 2 shutouts. Like, dude, Lane Hudson, holy shit. Oh, Yoshi Bros, I'm dumb. I don't know why. I keep forgetting you're a Leafs fan. I really forgot that you were a Leafs fan. But, get ready for the team to beat the Leafs in the next 3 games. Yeah, dude. Yeah, again, Yoshi Bros, yeah, I keep forgetting you're a, I didn't see your top comment, so I just saw our goalies and D really suck, and I forgot you're a Leafs fan. I mean, I'd hope. That'd be fun. I would enjoy it. But yeah, dude, 8 goals allowed in 2 games. Like, eek, that is not good. The Habs have scored, I think, more goals than the Leafs too. Actually, I think the Habs are outscoring their opponents 8-0, and I think the Leafs are getting outshot or outscored, I think 8-5 or 8-6. I think so. They're scoring goals. They're just allowing goals too. But yeah, I had to blur on my Google Meet. My ghetto-ass school Chromebook was lagging because of that. Oof, sons. Google Meet, what is this Zoom ripoff is that? What in the Zoom ripoff is that? Darkness, actually, I think Google Meet came first, I'm pretty sure. I think it was like 14, I think. I think 2014 it came about. But yeah, Yoshi Bros, I mean, hopefully the Habs beat the Leafs. Obviously, I'd hope that because the Habs fan, obviously, I would want that. But yeah, no, it's... I mean, I should say, for my best friend's sake, I hope that it's at least close. Like, here's the thing. The Leafs lost, yes. First game was in overtime. Second game was 2-1. So it's not like they're getting completely blown out 5-6-0. So there's at least that. A bright side, technically, for the Maple Leafs. That's at least a bright side for them. Leafs being mid this season praying for its sons. Oof. Harry does like sucking D. Darkness, you don't confirm anything you know nothing about, but yes. Really hope Laine and Matthews play each other Tuesday. I think one of the games for sure they will. Whether it's Tuesday, Saturday, or then, or Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday. We're Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or 2 weeks from now on opening night. Either way, they will be for sure. But yeah, that would be nice to see it on Thursday. I'm not so sure Wall is even ready to begin in game 1. Oh, yeah, isn't he hurt right now, I think? Why not Saturday? Because I'll be watching CF Montreal. Ah, that makes sense, NZA. When will Mitch Marner show up big in the playoffs? Probably won't ever. Tavares getting worse. That is true. He is, man. Yoshi Bros, if we're going against Montembeault, I mean, yeah. Like, right now, Monty looked good in this game, man. He looked good. Willie and Matthews will need to carry the shit out of them, probably. I hope to see Laine play August 1st, which is like in a week. Hey, hell yeah, NZA. That'd be nice, man. All right, I'm going to put the camera back to normal. There we go. I don't like that. Bottom of my desk is showing. There we go. Now we're good. I want to not make myself do being alive anymore. I have to miss the game because of class. Oof, Darkness, that sucks. Oh, he's back in net by allowing 3 goals in game 1. Not so sure. Oh, yeah, and that's playing like half the game, too. Yeah, because he played the first game, allowed the 3 goals, and then Matt Murray came in relief, and then allowed the next 4, I think. I think that's how many they allowed. Which, I mean, to be fair, understandable. It's Matt Murray, but, like... Say August 1st, did I? I don't even know if I did. Mitch the bitch will show up in the Yoffs when he's a Utah Yeti. Probably, Sons, I agree. If Will plays like this against your team, I don't know how he'll perform in the other games, even if he doesn't start against the team, but the Devils, not positive, I can say, yeah, Yoshi, I mean, if you're a Leafs fan, you would probably want him to start against Montreal over Toronto, because the Devils have guys who are, like, in their prime good, like Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier. They have a lot of, like, stacked up-front talent. The Habs are much more of a 2 to 3 years from now, they'll be deadly type of team. So, yeah. I still don't get with the NHL scheduled a game for 1:30 in the afternoon local time in Seattle to kick off the season. I don't know either, Darkness. Honestly, like, I don't... That is a bit weird. Maybe it's, like, the only time that was available on that day and they needed to fit that game in on the schedule on that specific day. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. I will say that. I agree with you there. Oh god, alright, so 2-on-1. Habs go to the power play, like I said. Habs don't get anything. They get a couple looks, but just nothing gets on net. Connor Hughes then comes in for Montembeault, I should say, right to start the power play, I should say. What day is it of the week? I don't know. Darkness, yeah, what day does your season start? Words are kind of tough, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the only thing that we have to play 4 times against your team this season makes it a lot harder than beating all 3 games. That's true. Oh, it's a Tuesday. Really? I think he will play because the last few preseason games, the roster's almost NHL ready. Yeah, NCAA, exactly. Like, the last 2 for sure. I think it might only be the last 1 this year because there's like a 4-day gap between Tuesday and Saturday. So I could see Tuesday's squad being the B squad, but it's like maybe there's just a couple guys that are replaced. Maybe they've already sent down. Like Davidson, for example, maybe they've sent him down. Maybe Luke Tuck. I could see Tuck being like a last second cut, but yeah, I would think that they'd want to have the squad for sure ready on Saturdays, next Saturday's game, not this Saturday. This is probably the only time we face your team in game 1 till the next matchup sometime in January. Really? January? Oh, God, that sucks. I hate that. Just listen to your song on Isles, girl. Olivier, thank you very much, man. What did you think of it? I hope you enjoyed it, my good sir. Because I had a lot of fun making it, and it was very fun knowing that you probably listened to it. And, yeah. We're the first game of the three game kickoff that the NHL has every year. Damn. Oh, yeah, because it's like 1:30 and then 4:30 and then like 7:30. I think it's something like that. Oh, the next matchup is November 9th. Ooh. Nosh. And then I think it's January, and then I think there's one in March or April, I think. It's sometime around the end of the year. Oh, God, I got to remember where we are. I should probably start highlighting where we are. Habs end up going to the power. Caulfield has a chance, but he elects to pass instead. Habs end up over 4 on the power play because Pezzetta gets called for a delay of game. That sucks. And again, it's preseason. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, he took a delay of game. But he shoots the puck out immediately. Just bangs the stick. He knows he messed up, and that sucks. But that's not the best part. We have to face those pesky Sens after the team. Oof. Harry, do you have the Habs making the playoffs? Suns, sort of. I have them being a second wild card team. So I could definitely see the Habs making it. I think they end up as the second wild card if they do make it, but that would have to depend on the Bruins not signing Swayman and the Lightning falling off because of Vasilevsky's back injury. So, yeah. So it's a delay of game, puck over glass for Pezzetta. I just put, that sucks. I saw a stat where like 60 or so of our games are on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, so at least it makes scheduling time. Oh, that's good then, Darkness. Hell yeah. There you go. Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. I should do that for the Habs, actually. I should see like what day most games are, because I'd schedule stuff around the other days. We play the Sens April 11th and the Leafs April 12th. That'd be a dream road trip for a Habs fan. Are those games both in Ottawa? Is it the Sens in Ottawa and then the Leafs in Toronto? Because that'd be fun, I would think. All right, sorry. Canadians look shorthanded. They just end up clearing the puck. Devils get some looks. Connor Hughes then. Great pair of stops on the penalty kill. And then it's 5-on-3. Yenzie, that is a good road trip, especially if like then either the game before or the game after they play a home game. That'd be a sick like triple threat, like Ottawa, Toronto, then Montreal, or Montreal, Toronto, then Ottawa, Ottawa, then Toronto. That would be very fun. Very expensive, but very fun. Especially like Montreal and Toronto. Like I would not want to be the guy spending that much money for a Montreal and Toronto game. But I was. Shout out Chris Chan for that. It's 5-on-3 for 20 seconds. Florian Xhekaj is called for a very weak trip on Xavier Perron. I'm assuming it's Xavier Perron. Even if it's not, I'll say it that way because Canada, or Quebec. I only want to see the Sens, Leafs, and Habs all make it to the second round, but one has to face a Canadian team no matter what in these playoffs. That's true, Yoshi Bros. I mean, to be fair, it'd probably be Habs and Leafs because the Leafs own the Sens in the playoffs. So it'd probably end up being Habs and Leafs in the second round more than likely. So that would basically be guaranteed. And then, let's say Habs and Bruins in the first round. Get like an all-rivalry Atlantic division because that'd be fun. And then Islanders, Rangers well, we can't say Islanders and Rangers because that would just be Islanders in 4 then. So Islanders and Penguins would be Islanders in 5. Can't say Islanders and Cavs because it'd be Islanders in 7 somehow. Suns, help me. Who's like another team that the Islanders have a rivalry with? The Rangers, the Pens, the Capitals, sort of. Who's like another team they have a rivalry with so I can put them against? Because then you'd need Pittsburgh and Washington, obviously. Islanders in 4th, the third period didn't exist. That's true. That's true. Oh, the Hurricanes. I mean, I guess you could say that. That'd be Hurricanes in 5 then. Shit. Well, no, because then I guess Hurricanes and Penguins are kind of a rivalry, because like 2009, kind of a rivalry, I guess, but yeah. Harry, will you finally finish your story and make it to the Bell Center? Suns, really funny, but before the Bell Center, I might be going to Tennessee, actually. Before I ever go to the Bell Center, I might end up in Tennessee. We're not moving there, but it's a trip that's currently in the works. I will say that that's all I'm going to say so far. There's a trip for Tennessee, and I will also say, unfortunately, I would have to miss 2 Habs games. However, I would make sure to record those games, and then I'd watch them when I get home and I'd review them, probably back-to-back streams, or on the same stream. Maybe I just change the title, but yeah, I would definitely want to. I would definitely record those games because I know it's like a Capitals game, and then another game that I would miss. Let me look it up real quick. Montreal Canadiens. Let me look real quick because I know the dates that I'd be going. It would be. Funny enough, actually, it's Nashville, ironically. It's Nashville and the Cap. Wow, of course, it's during a 5-game homestand for the Habs that I'd be missing games. But it would be the Predators game on the 5th and the Capitals game on the 7th. I think I actually would leave the morning after the Islanders game, I think. But yeah, so that'd be very fun. So where am I? Feel like the Rangers have a rival with the entire Metro Division. Yeah, except for the Blue Jackets, weirdly, NCAA. Feels like the Rangers are like, you know what, Columbus, we pity you. We don't need to do anything to you. At least Canada finally gets a chance to win the Stanley Cup. That's true, because then they're guaranteed a team in the conference finals, and then from there it's just best of luck, really. I guess Bruins, but not really anymore, homie. I mean, yeah, obviously, I guess for the Canadiens, I mean, like I said, it'd be Montreal, Boston first round, and then Toronto, Ottawa in the first round, so assuming it's Montreal, Toronto. I mean, Toronto, Boston would also be very funny, because, of course, but yeah, if we want, like, an inevitable, like, Canadian team in the conference finals, you'd need Montreal, Toronto, because there's no way Ottawa is fucking getting there, and even if they did, Montreal sweeps them, probably, so, yeah. Tennessee are the only 10 I see. Thank you, Darkness, I appreciate that. Islanders choked a 3-0 lead in Game 2. That does suck, man. Bro's gonna go to a Preds game. Well, actually, no, Sons, because the game, the Predators game, is in Montreal, and I don't think they have a home game. If they do, I would potentially see if I could talk my uncle into going, but I don't think they play a home game during the time we're there. Yeah, no, they're on a Canadian road trip. Their last home game is November 29th. They're playing in Minnesota, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and then they're back home on the 10th, and we're not staying that long because I'd miss wait. We don't plan on staying that long. Plus, I'd miss too many Habs games at that point. So, yeah. So, yeah, Islanders have a losing culture, unfortunately, Avi. That is very unfortunate. Oh, God, here in the Midwest USA. Yeah, that's true. We would be. Thankfully, we'd be flying there. We wouldn't be driving in. We'd be flying in there, do what we need to do, see the show we want to see, and then we'd be heading out a couple days later. So, yeah. Isles girl is kind of hot, not going to lie. Is it true you had an affair with her and that she left you for a Leafs fan? So, Olivier. 1, no, that it is not true that I had an affair with her. That is not what I was getting at with the diss track. I didn't realize that's what it could sound like, but no, I did not have an affair with her, and she did not leave me for a Leafs fan. However, the speculation is that she had an affair with the Leafs fan on her current fiancé. Now, I'm not going to say if the rumors are true or not, but all I'm going to say is, in the HGH Discord, they would playfully flirt a lot, especially the Leafs fan in question, and there may have been pictures exchanged, one of which was sent my way. So yeah, you make your own interpretation of that, if you will. Hell yeah. A lot is an understatement. People were straight up gooning for that hoe. Jesus, Sporty. Yeah, a lot is an understatement. There was a lot of flirting going on. People would simp for Isles girl because she was a girl in a hockey server. And then she got her own server for her birthday, and the gooners did not follow. So yeah, like I said, you make your own interpretations though. Yeah, there may have been, exactly, Sons. There may have been pictures exchanged. At Mad Mike, yeah, people like Dom, bro. Dude, if you guys have not seen the Sports Beard show, we're funny enough, I also came on as a guest, but Dom came on, I think it was right after or right before. If you guys have not seen that video where Sportsbeard has Kim on as a guest and they take viewers and Dom is one of them. If you've not seen that, that is one of the funniest, like, awkward things that I've ever seen, probably. Let me drive to Tennessee real quick. Oh shit, Darkness, let's go. That'd be a fucking W, my guy. First line looked good tonight. Duclair, Horvat, and Barzal have crazy chemistry. It's just the rest of the team. Oh shit. All right, son. So that means what? Probably Horvat and Barzal will be separated by mid-November, more than likely. Nikki made the server and then bro got banned. That is true, sons. Unfortunately, he did raid the server with Akbar and get banned. How do I know this? Because Sons was in the server when it happened and he told me. So, oof. Jeremiah is a Twitter fan of mine. He does follow you on Twitter, doesn't he? I forgot about that. Shit, he does follow you, doesn't he? All right. Sorry. So, where am I? I generally forget where I am so far. All right. Yeah, Florian Jacka gets called for a week trip on Xavier Perron. Devils get a small press. Hughes has a good stop. The Habs clear. No, Lane isn't cooking anymore. We have real coaching. That is true, son. So, Waugh's probably going to keep them together until they go 2 games at a point and then split them. No, genuinely, Patrick Waugh has that ability to just get guys like that together. Like, who should we put together? A guy who scores goals, a guy who plays defense, and a guy who scores goals. Well, how does that going to work? Watch. It's going to work. And then it works. Waugh's that type of guy who can get magic out of guys like that. Guys who shouldn't be working together because they're both shooters and a guy who plays defense. But it works. But yeah, it's 4-4 into a Habs power play. Bastian gets called for a slash on Matheson. That one admittedly looked weak, but you know what? Jack-Eye got called for something weak. It makes sense that the Devils do. It's a trade-off, I guess. Habs pressed during the 4-on-4. Hughes, though, the other way, has a good stop on the Devils. He looked quite natural, actually. Granted, he's playing against, primarily third, fourth line guys, but still looked calm. He looked collected. He looked good. Habs end up being 4-for-4 on the PK. Caulfield gets a rebound on the 4-on-4. There's a good shot that stopped. Kim server just feels empty. Yeah. Let me check, actually, because I'm pretty sure it has been empty. Dude, Nikki, unironically, when Nikki got banned and the server kind of went into that lockdown because of that server raid or whatever happened, it has been very quiet. It has been very quiet. And also, you guys might be wondering, Harry, how do you know how Kim's server is quiet? Do you have to ask? But but yeah, it has been very quiet. I can tell you that now. Kim has not uploaded anything in 2 months. I don't even know if she's I don't even know if she's streaming for these games. I've unsubbed to her, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and apparently she had her birthday a couple weeks ago or some shit. I remember that night. I remmed her that night. Thanks for the info. Hey, no problem, Olivier. No problem, man. No problem, man. If you want to know more, just feel free to ask, bro. I'm an open book, man. She was live streaming when she found out her server got What? Did she, NZ? No way. No fucking way. That's crazy, dude. That's fucking nuts. Do you remember the stream where it happened? Because that'd be really funny to go back and watch, honestly. I'm still trying to figure out how you got suspended by Twitter. Darkness, I don't know. It was because of you she found out. Was it really, NZ? Oh, shit. Let's go. That's good. Didn't take too long. That's fun. That's good. You were the one who brought it up? Oh, shit. There you go, then. But Darkness, yeah, real quick for that. How I got suspended by Twitter, I'm pretty sure it was probably because I said that Leafs fans wanted Marner to get cut or something like that. Because I know someone on Twitter said something like, oh, time to hit Lane Hudson. And I replied with something like, oh, hopefully we headshot Marner or something like that. But then some guy responded who was a Leafs fan. He was like, most Leafs fans want that too. Don't worry. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, no, her fiance caught her on live stream with a Leafs fan. I'm not gonna say that, but goddamn that. Wait, what? That'll bring it. Oh, I see now. No, my uncle just mentioned me something and it. Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, boys. All right, so Caulfield has a break on the 4-on-4. It's a good stop. Good shot that gets stopped, I should say. Just can't gather the rebound. That one kind of bounces a little bit. Habs get to the power play. They don't get much. They look for a break with seconds left, but can't find it. Habs will have a minute on the power play to start the third period. And, yeah, so the shots are 18-17 for the Canadiens, and they have a 1-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. Habs on the power play, nothing there. Habs are 0-for-5 on the power play. Oh, that's funny. Someone on Twitter was like, Rempe should headshot Mayfield, and I was like, little do you know, most Islanders fans will be behind that. That's very true, Sons. If anything, Islanders fans would probably like Matt Rempe after that, actually. More than likely. Early on, the Devils get a few looks. They looked ready. Jack-Eye found right in front of the net. Somehow he was left all alone. Nice deke, goes forehand, backhand, just can't bury it. Dawes has a nice stick check at the last second. Back the other way then, Connor Hughes making a couple saves, and a big one. Seamus Casey from the blue line. Shot, I think, gets tipped 5-hole. That usually goes in, but Hughes somehow stops that one. He's been quite good tonight. Great stop by the goaltender there. I would throw a party if Rempe headshotted Justin Falk. Dude makes Mayfield look like prime Bobby Orr. Oof. Sons, no, not the Seamusy. 30 minutes is her reaction. Oh, wait, what? Oh, NZA, you can't post links, unfortunately. I'm assuming you're in... Oh, wait, you probably posted on the Discord. I just realized that. Did you post it on the... You 100% posted on the Discord. Wow, no, that's Yoshi, actually. Wow. But yeah, NZA, yeah, you're in the Discord. If you could post it there. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let you post YouTube links for some reason. But, yeah. Don't ever say anyone's worse than Gayfield. Gayfield, that sounds like Garfield if he were gay. What's up, everybody? I'm Gayfield. Would you expect me to do a stereotypically gay voice? That'd be homophobic of me, bro. Come on. But yeah, boys. So, what's in, oh, thank you, Sporty. Sporty. I sent I'm Chris Pratt. God damn it, Sporty. You are not Chris Pratt, man. He's the worst defender in the big National Hockey League. Thank you, Sons. I appreciate it, man. Oh, shit. All right. Where am I again? So, yeah, Seamus Casey, like I said, from the blue line. Good shot. Good stop there. Gallagher then takes a shot. That's way wide of the net. Actually, can I send... Yeah, sure, Enzi. Send in the DMs if you want instead. I won't watch it on stream. I'll watch it after stream probably. But, yeah, if you could do that, that'd be appreciated, man. Newhook and Doc combined for how many points? Okay. I know I said Doc is going to have a down year just because he's still recovering from his ACL and the MCL. But judging off last night, he looks good. He looks like he's back to normal health. I'll say 60 points to be honestly a little conservative. 60. Newhook probably with 40. I'll say 100 points. I think it's fair to expect 60 and 40. Could see 110 with Newhook maybe getting 50 points. I think 100 total could work. A careless man who could... Job done. Thank you, NZA. I will, I'll check that out later, man. Yeah. Sons, yeah, or Sporty, yes, I am looking at DMs right now. Or not DMs, I'm looking at Mod Squad right now. Thank you, NZA, for sending that to me. I will look at that after the stream, like I said. I just want to watch it during the stream because I don't want to be like just a random reaction channel. Just, let's watch the reaction when she got raided for that, for whenever that was. I was going to say fucking July. She's not live in July. Nobody's doing hockey content in July unless it's free agency. But yeah, whenever it was. I didn't know Kimmy was streaming during that. I'd really like to see that. Sons, I'll send it to you in DMs after stream. I'll send it to you when we're in a VC or whatever in a little bit. But, yeah, the fuck did I say Jimmy for? I didn't know Kimmy. I am cooked. Bro, Kimmy Granger was streaming during her raid? Oh my god, no way. Kimmy Granger, dog. Habs keep the puck in the double zone. Not a ton of shots there. Hughes has been quite solid. I didn't even know she got rated. The fuck? Yes, Sporty. Sons. Yes, Sporty. Apparently she did. I don't know. I don't know when it happened. I've heard of it because fucking Sons told me about it because he was in the server and then it was something where like all the rules got destroyed or something like that, and like everybody got banned or something. Like one of the moderators went rogue. I think it was Nikki went rogue or something weird like that happened. I know Sons was in the server. He told me about it. What happened? I think he was talking with one of the other mods about it or something like that. Yeah, Hughes, like I said, he's been quite solid. Might have a case for being the backup if we didn't have one of Monty or Primo. He's looked good in relief. I think they'll probably give him another look. I don't think he ends up being a cut. At least not off the bat. Obviously he will be, but I don't think he is right off the bat. Habs then go to the PK again. Jack Guy's called for a slash on Villain. Devils have an early press. Habs clear. Not much to take note of here. Habs are 5 for 5 on the PK. It was Enick. Oh, sorry. It wasn't Nicky. It was Enick. Sorry. Habs then go to the power play. Siegenthaler is called for a high stick on Gallagher. Wait, no. It's a 5-on-3. LeBanc is called for a slash on Mayu, too. Habs press. There's not much coming their way. Caulfield ends up with a good opportunity. Suzuki has one. Armia was open right at the side of the net. Could have gone for a top shelf shot. They didn't pass to him, unfortunately. Habs are 0 for 7 on the power play, which... Oof. Habs look for their second goal of the night. They wanted to finish things off. Couple chances there. Devils look the other way, but coming back, and the Habs score. Nick Suzuki tips a shot home, sort of near the side of it. He's at the front of the net, but off to the side, kind of. Tips it, and it just goes on the 5-hole. William Trudeau with the lone assist there. 2-0 Canadians with just under 5 minutes left. 4:53 left in the game at that point. Habs look for another goal. Pezzetta ends up with a quick look. Devils go back the other way. There's an empty net with a minute and a half left. Habs score. Michael Pezzetta into the empty net with just 23 seconds left in the game. Gets it from Owen Beck. Just slides up with it and boom, buries it into the empty net. Doesn't slap it. He's not stupid like Ridley Gregg, who got injured tonight. Oh, speaking of Ridley Gregg, there you go. Got injured tonight. But, yeah. So Pezzetta makes it 3-0. That seals the game. Habs are going to win it 3-0 in regulation. Final shots are 29-24 for the Habs. Michael Pezzetta, 2 goals in the exquisite 2024. Yes, Sons. Michael Pezzetta with 2 goals in the exquisite 2024. It's crazy, I know. Your RDS 3 stars against the Leafs of all teams. NZA? What do you mean against the Leafs? What do you mean? Kim, was she live? What are we talking about? Was she live? No, she wasn't live for a game. This is a Kim in the Crease episode. I'm going to open this. Does it say in the description? New faces. This was apparently 9 months ago. November 27th. Oh, shit. We're coming up on the, the 1 year anniversary or whatever, I guess. 2 months from now. Oh, talking about Greg's injury. Oh, Kinsey. I thought you were talking about Kim still for a second. But yeah, no, Greg's injury, yeah, against the Leafs. The team that he slapped the puck in. I don't know if it was intentional. If Holmberg saw him and just slew-footed him because of that, or if it was just like a, hey, fuck you, I'm trying to get past you. And he didn't realize that Greg was the dude who slapped it. But Leafs fans are probably happy right now, and Sens fans are probably thinking, Ree! So yeah. Surprisingly, it's not Josh Norris with the first injury for the Sens season this year. The RDS 3 stars, and I'll be saying these again on Thursday for that game, and then Saturday onwards, I believe they said all the games are on like TSN or Sportsnet, whatever, so thankfully. But the RDS 3 stars, third star was Owen Beck for an assist, second star was William Trudeau for 2 assists, surprisingly, and the first star, Michael Pezzetta for 2 goals. He had a very solid game, I thought, overall, too. Played very well on the penalty kill, actually. He was very, very much a prime penalty killer tonight, so there's that. The stream I sent you was when she found out about her Discord. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, Nzia, yeah, okay. No, but I thought you were talking about, like she was talking about a game against the Leafs that the Honors played when she found out her server got raided. I thought that's what you were talking about, like, oh, of course it'd be the Leafs. I thought you were talking about that, but yeah, no. That makes sense then. Talking about Greg's injury, yeah. Also, yeah, guys, watch MCW opening night, Sunday, September 29th, 5 p.m. EST, right here on YouTube. For sure, though, you need to experience an NHL game live. Dude, Sons, yeah, I do, man. Like, I've talked to my uncle. Potentially Oasis next August if tickets are cheap and I can afford them. We're going to Tennessee in December. It's almost like a 99% guarantee we're going to Nashville. And he said that he'd try to get us to see a game at the Bell Center this year. So that'd be awesome. So yeah, hopefully that Dark Energy opening night. Yeah, opening night's gonna be fun, dude, against the Leafs. Pezzetta looks weird with short hair. Yeah, he kind of does, NCA, doesn't he? Kind of. You're at the Diddy party on Sunday. That is true. Sons, unfortunately, will not be at MCW opening night on Sunday. He's going to be at the P. Diddy party. So yeah, guys, that is going to... We'll get to the stats, and then we're going to end the stream at probably, hopefully, an even 2 hours. Michael Pezzetta leads the Montreal Canadiens. Did you think I'd be saying that? But Michael Pezzetta leads goals. Alex Barré-Boulet and Emil Heineman each with a goal and an assist for 2 points. I still can't get over that, dude. Yeah, 2 goals in a game. He's on pace in a full season for 164 goals in 2 games. You live in the North now. Closest to the NHL team is the Oilers. Dark Energy. Hey, I hope you're at least enjoying it, man. Michael Pizza went under the Lou treatment. That's true. He did. Actually, no, he didn't because he still has the mustache. He's not completely clean shaven. Jared Davidson, Oliver Kapanen, and William Trudeau each have 2 assists. Luke Tuck, David Savard, Josh Anderson, and I forgot to put Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki all have a goal. Lane Hudson, Joshua, Logan Mayu, Xavier Simoneau, and Owen Beck each with a singular assist. Caden Primo, Jakob Dobesh, Sam Montembeau, and Connor Hughes all have a shutout. Did I think that I'd be saying this? No, of course not. I remember when Duclair went under the Lou treatment. Yeah, Twitter thought it was a racism by Lou. Exactly, man. And yeah, that's one thing I should notice. Caulfield was ranked 13 tonight. We have 13 viewers as well right now, weirdly enough. But yeah, no, dude. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to get used to the Caulfield is 13, dude. I was seeing him out there with 13, and I was like, oh, God, no, I'm not going to get used to this. And I'm probably not, honestly, for the year. I'll be honest, I hope he does go back to 22 after this year. But I'm pretty sure he has said for the rest of his career he wants to wear 13. At least I believe that he has. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys. Again, that is going to do it for this stream. My voice is kind of going out of it. Sunsport, if you guys want to hop in the VC, I'll be in there like 20 seconds after the stream ends. I'd appreciate that a lot. So, yeah, guys. Again, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. You used to live near Vancouver, but moved way the hell up north. Edmonton, a 6-hour drive from here. Oh, God, Dark Energy. Well, you know what? I hope you enjoy where you're living now, man, because that sounds crazy. 6-hour drive from Edmonton. Damn. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys, again, enjoy the stream. We again, reminder, quickly, tomorrow, the new rap song from the Daddy Rice for the 1K subs, that's going out. Thursday, we're back up here for the live stream, for the game recap. Friday, I don't have anything planned right now, but maybe we'll go live. I don't know, maybe. This guy lives in Santa's workshop. WTF, Dark Energy, it kind of does. So yeah, Harry and friends, hey, thank you for coming by, Dark Energy, much appreciated. Saturday, we're up here live for the game recap, and then Sunday, it's MCW opening night. That premieres live 5 p.m. on Sunday. I'll be live for that. Supposed to be joined by Sons and Sporty. However, Sons, as we know, is going to the Diddy party, so yeah. But yeah, working in a gold mine. Damn, Darkness. Dark Energy. Nice. Hell yeah. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Rice. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, and it includes, but not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Rice. Subscribe to the Flip Club. If you are a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for running Constantine. It's much greatly appreciated. CNZ, thank you for coming by. Links in the description. Check all those out, guys. Thank you so much. My name is Rice. And I am out. Adam Montreal. Always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how good we hopefully will be like this upcoming year. Go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Harris. And Avi, thank you, man. Appreciate it. And I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. NHL so close. Yes, it is, Avi. Love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.